So you're thinking of moving to Seahaven here in Marina, California, and you've probably got a few questions such as, are the homes really built to such a high quality as everyone says? How much house can I get for my money? And more intriguingly, why am I watching this man kick a football around right now? If so, then congratulations, you've come to the right video. Today we are going to be going through all things Seahaven. We're going to be checking out the homes that are for sale, showing you the amenities that are on offer, and I bagged an interview with a local resident so you can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. As always, I am Andy Woolfoot. They call me the British agent, realtor here in Monterey County. I get calls, texts and emails all the time from people looking at up sticks and start a new life out here on the Central Coast. So if you've got any questions, feel free to give me a call. All my information is in the description, or we can make a Calendly appointment so we can talk face to face about the move. Okay, that's quite enough of me blathering on about myself. Let's get after it right now. So Seahaven, located on the southern eastern tip of Marina, it is a masterfully planned housing development that emphasizes modern living, convenience and a very strong sense of community. There's upwards of 300 homes that have been completed so far since the first ones were put up for sale back in 2017. You've got a variety of different housing options, including single family homes, townhouses and apartments. You've got really nice wide streets here. I don't even think I've seen a single car parked on the road as I've been walking around so far. The lot sizes are slightly bigger than the other developments you find around here. I'm thinking of East Garrison, where they're about 4,000. For comparison, the lots in the houses behind me are going to have about 6,000 square foot. So not huge, not plenty of room to, let your kids run around. But if you just want a nice little area to sit down and maybe have a barbecue, these lots are going to do you just fine. Speaking of East Garrison, please feel free to check out my previous video on the neighborhood, link in the description below. Also, similarly to East Garrison, the homes here in Seahaven, I do quite like the style and appearance of them. They have that kind of same blend of sort of modern craftsman style homes and also that, sort of Mediterranean look lots of people like on their houses these days. One of the best features of Seahaven is its location here in Marina. Now, if you are moving here from out of state and you don't really know the area too well, it's about an hour's drive south of San Jose. Marina itself sits here on the Monterey Bay. It's about a 15-minute drive down to Monterey and Carmel by the Sea from Marina, so it's easy to get out and enjoy everything this wonderful place has to offer. Now, more locally, Seahaven is just minutes away from the gorgeous Marina State Beach and just a couple of minutes away from shops and amenities, including our local cinema. We got the Target, Coles, Best Buy, there's a fitness center and just a whole bunch of casual fast restaurants. You can also access the wonderful Monterey Bay Coastal Recreational Trail, which is a glorious 18-mile hiking and biking trail from here in Marina down all the way to Pacific Grove. Gives you amazing views of the ocean and the bay on your way down. Okay, so that's all well and good, but what are the quality of the houses like? Well, in doing some research for this video, I found this review online. So as I'm reading out a review, it's time for my best, most extreme British accent. So here we go. Build quality is great. We will have to replace the builder grade carpet eventually, but everything else is built to last. We're happy with the HOA, but there are people who are not. I think that is a fact of life in a planned community like this. The most frustrating part about living here over the last year was finding somebody to landscape our backyard. We finally got that done, but it was much more expensive than we had budgeted. The neighborhood is safe and friendly. We are in our mid-50s and are on the younger side of the average age of residents. The biggest adaptation is the weather, coming from the Bay Area. It is chilly and damp, but when it is clear, it is gorgeous. I'll give them that. Moving down from the Bay Area, it gets to like 100 degrees, during the summer up there every day. We don't get that hot down here in Monterey County. Nice, mild climate. Summer's probably 70, 80, but as you can see, when it's a sunny day, it's gorgeous. They were right about that. Just stop for a sit down at this little sort of park, grassy area we've got here. This is a beautifully peaceful spot. You get a view out over the rest of the development, and it's be a really nice place just to chill and have a picnic. One thing that struck me as I've been driving around Seahaven today is it's not particularly kid-friendly of a neighborhood, and by that I mean there's not many parks. If you drive around the East Garrison development, there's like maybe a dozen different parks. You can't go anywhere without seeing loads of play equipment for the kids, basketball courts, all that kind of thing. Seahaven, by contrast, doesn't seem to offer the same amount as East Garrison in that regard. There's a few grassy areas, there's a couple of little parks, and like I said, this nice little area they've carved out here, but overall, not as kid-friendly as East Garrison. Okay, let's talk about the housing market. So today in April 2024, there are actually a number of different options if you're looking to buy a home here in Seahaven. We currently have 11 homes for sale, which is more inventory than, interestingly enough, the rest of Marina combined. The reason for this is the developers have 6 brand new homes on the market right now, on top of the 5 resales actively listed on the market. Obviously the resales are only a few years old, so lightly used homes for sale, and they range in size from 2,000 square feet to 3,600 square feet. The lowest price one today is $1,225,000 and the highest price being $1,825,000. Now this home you can see right behind me is currently for sale, 2977 Hayden Way. It is on the market for $1.8 million. It is 5 bedroom, 4 baths, and has 3,350 square footage of listing space. So nice big home if you have a big family or need extra room to spread out. Shout out to my friend and colleague Renee Catania for being nice enough to let us use her photographs in the video. Thank you, Renee. One big advantage of living in Seahaven is the clubhouse right behind me here that's called the Cove. This is available for residents to use throughout the day. There's a pool table, there's some shuffleboards, there's an outdoor kitchen area and fire pits just to relax and enjoy. You can host events there or meetings there if you feel like booking out the place. Oh, and one final thing when you're trying to figure out your budget, there is a HOA, which is $150 a month for the moment. So it's a bit of a special video today for the first time on the Moving to Monterey channel. By the way, please like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications. We are having a guest on the show. I'm delighted to introduce you to Stephen Hardy, Seahaven resident and very good friend of mine. He's lived in Monterey County for many years now at different housing developments in different areas, so he knows his way around. We also play soccer together in our over 30 soccer league, representing Britannia Arms FC. Steve bought his home here in Seahaven 3 years ago, where he lives with his wife Jet and 2 boys, Sebastian and Jameson. See that you're not actually working, Steve. This isn't acting. Act harder, damn it. Look like you're working. As well as being an amateur football enthusiast, Stephen also follows the Premier League, and he's a he supports Manchester United.
Andrew.
Hello, mate. Thank you so much for being on the Moving to Monterey channel.
You're very welcome.
Excellent. So, Steve, you didn't use me as your realtor when you purchased this home, and you're a Manchester United supporter. What is it about you as a person that means you make such terrible decisions?
The realtor decision was based on a friend of mine, otherwise I would have used you. But a long-term friend that's also a realtor. If it was...
He sounds like a real wanker. I've got to be honest.
And the United decision, that just goes back a long time, mate. I've got no defence for that.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Cheers. Sort of moved around the Bay Area a little bit, moved out to Seahaven about 2 years ago. Always loved this area and sort of the Monterey Bay, Pacific Grove, used to live over that way, and just decided with the family that we wanted to come back and saw this community in Seahaven and just thought it'd be perfect for us. And can't find many places where you can get this kind of square footage, I don't think, on the peninsula for a reasonable price for the size of the house. So pretty happy so far, been here about a year and a half and loving it. Ours is the Hopkins model, so they've got various floor plans here. We really sort of were drawn initially to Seahaven and this house because of the floor plans. They're all really sort of usable spaces. Nice square footage. This is about 3,300 square feet. We chose the sort of the upgraded family room where we could have a bit of extra space. We also chose an office over a dining room, which obviously gives me space to work away from the kids, which is nice. We've got an upstairs sort of living area where the kids can play. It's kind of their sort of playroom, and obviously takes them away from being on the same level as me, where they're coming and disturbing me.
It's a very nice backyard you've got here. Is this what it looked like when you bought the home?
When we got it, it was actually a sand pit. It's really cool. Obviously, we're about a mile in from the ocean here. And what the builder did is they landscaped the front area of the house, but the backyard is left completely undone. It's a sand pit, basically. We used a nice company, I forget the name, Alonso was his name, who came out and did a fantastic job. We put a bit of turf down. I was really keen to have a lot of sort of open space area for the kids to play. We're a big sort of soccer, football family, and the kids utilise this space all the time. Just works really well. Put the hot tub in behind me over there, and yeah, it works really sort of multi sort of use space, which is great.
Are there any negatives about living here where you are or in Seahaven generally?
Obviously, with it being a new community, sometimes some of the houses are built quite close to one another. We've got a little sort of bonus to one side of our house because we've got a pathway. So we've got a little bit of space on one side between the houses, but generally there's no major negatives.
And you feel safe having your family here?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Seahaven's good for that too. They obviously it's a HOA, not a very expensive HOA. It's about $150 a month, but with that, obviously we have a security service that patrols the neighborhood. I've seen them two times a day at least, and obviously that's a deterrent for anything. But yeah, generally there's not been any problems here so far. It's very safe, and the kids can go out, scooter around and bike around the neighborhood, and no issues so far.
Awesome. All right, that is great, Stephen. Thank you so much for your time and for being the first guest on Moving to Monterey.
Very happy to be the first guest, Andy. And yeah, if you need anything moving forwards to do with Seahaven, I'm your man.
That's my line. That's the whole fucking point. Is I'm the man they call, not you. What are you gonna do?
Is that all you need?
Yeah, that's cool.
Good, mate.
Right, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end of the video. I'm Andy Woolfoot. They call me the British Agent, Realtor here in Monterey County. Please feel free to reach out if you are making the move out here. I would be delighted to help make it as smooth as possible. Right, that's all from me. I'm going home for a cup of tea. Looking forward to showing you around the place.